Hello again. So I received this phone from a local repair shop here. So the phone already been purchased, and he said maybe it's a water damage because this sticker is look pink. So first thing we do in this case, we're gonna disconnect everything except the power button and the battery. Then we try to turn on the phone. Nothing. So here the amp meter. Still the battery connected. I do use just the LCD screen, so nothing is connected. So nothing else is connected except the LCD screen. So plug it to the power. Yeah, there is this taking 0 amp. So this is the quick test. Next test. We're going to set up the power supply at 4 volt. We're going to get a connector for the X and H. There is a short, in the battery line. So here, so you can see the power supply. Here when I plug it, the voltage is dropped. You can see the voltage here is dropped to the 1 volt, and the amps is go up to the maximum. So here 2 amp and 1.6 volt. This is a full short. I'm gonna take the motherboard, then we'll look at it to see what's causing that short. Let's increase the temperature range, and I'm gonna turn the power supply. So there is 2 spots is getting hot. The spot here by the charger, and another spot here by this hole. But could be what is getting hot is a component the other side of the board. Let's try again. Yeah, you can see this spot here, and the other one is here. So the thermal camera, it shows there is a hot spot here and here. This hot spot here is just a battery connector, because there is a short between the battery connector and the board. It gets hot, but that's not the problem. This spot here could be where is the short is. We don't know yet. So we're gonna go in the board view. So this is the battery connector, is here. I'm using the phone board, is a free software. You can download it online. So this is the battery connector. This is where the 4 volt comes, and here on the top board there is nothing. There is couple capacitors this side, but that's not where is the, because I test the battery connector and there is no short here. So from the battery it's go to the TriStar. This is the TriStar here, and this is the V bat. You can see here, that's the line of the battery. So here the voltages go here, then from here let's check the next. So you can see there is a lot of red dots. This should be the VCC main or VDD main, and here is it show the VDD main. Even if it doesn't show here, if you see a lot of components that's connecting to the TriStar, a lot of capacitors, coils, it should be the VDD main. And here in the top we have the only place that we can reach the VDD main is this connector. This spot here. So this is the connector, and that's the spot. You can see it here, that's the connector, and right here. So here in the battery here in the battery line. So this is the ground, and this is the positive of the battery is not short. Try to them off. And this spot here where is the VCC it show, there is a short. So on this spot here, in this connector, there is a short. And this is a strong short, like 3 ohm, less than 3 ohm, 2 ohms. So we're going to inject some voltage to that point, and we will see what spot is getting warm. I'm kind of sure it's not the upper is not here in this top of the board. It could be like in the other side of the board, because this area here around this hole was getting hot. So I'm going to inject the voltage in that connector and see if any spot here is show. So one more time, I'm going to inject the voltage here, and we can see 2 spots. So one spot it should be just the connection between this one and the board, because it's going to be a small area that's connected to the board, and that small area is going to get hot. Or it could be that's what it is, and the other one is next to it. So we're going to take the board apart and we'll look where is the short. So I'm going to put a screw in this hole. And we wiggle a little bit the board to see if it's moving. So still need a little bit. Yeah, we want all the solder balls to be melted. We don't damage no pads. Yeah, it looks like all the board now is moving and is ready to go up like this. So this is the board. This is the upper layer board where is the connector, and you remember in this area here we have that spot is getting hot. So but we're still going to check all the board to see if there is any that's the TriStar here. It's power manager IC, and this is the processor. Okay, look here, you see this rainbow here, that's from the heat, and that heat is come from this capacitor, I think. Yeah, all the other capacitors, it looks okay, and the place of this capacitor is matching close to this hole where we have that heat spot in the thermal camera. So let's check that capacitor by multimeter. Here, let's check this capacitor. This capacitor is short, but this is a VDD main. It means there is a lot of capacitor in the same line, could be causing the short. So this is the component that we think is a shorted, and so best way to inject the voltage, always try to go a little bit far from the component. Any component that you try to inject the voltage on is gonna get hot, but If I inject the voltage here and this one getting hot, still not sure. But if I inject the voltage here and this one get hot, it means this is bad. So that's why sometimes it's better you inject the voltage a little bit far from where the shorted component is. So let's inject the voltage to the capacitors. You can see there is two spots, one here and one here. So one spot is where I am touching the capacitors and the other spot is where is the real short. So that's why it's better you inject the voltage somewhere far from where you think is the short. You can see them. Yep, the two spots is getting hot, but we are sure about that capacitor here is the one is bad. We're going to check this capacitor. We are just going to take it out from there. Going to use the blade. Just get the position that you are not going to damage no other components. Here. It's off. Okay. And this is a safe way. We don't want to put a lot of heat by the processor. And we don't need to replace this capacitor.
That's it?
Hold on. So we're going to check. We can check in these capacitors here if still there is a short. The short is gone. Because this is the same line. Yeah, there is no more short. Or we can check here too. You remember here it was short, now it's no short. And this is the capacitor. Yep, that's the one is causing short. I did see these capacitors in this area, they go bad before. That's why it was kind of looking over there. Yeah, turn the power supply is about 4.2 volt. This is the pin for the power. We have the Apple logo. So the phone is booting now.
Nothing?
Not yet. And here, it works. But of course the touch screen is not gonna work because the touch screen connector is in the lower board. So the solder bars is still good. I'm just gonna use the same. So let's put some flux.
So, Mom, what are you going to cook tonight?
And let's put the board together.
The board together. No, the board.
So usually you keep watching this side here to be sure that is going down. When it's all down like this, it means the solder balls is melted. and it's good. So I just say put the board. I didn't put the screws on it yet. And plug it to the charge. You take over 1 amp, so that's good. The phone is on. The touch screen works. And of course no SIM card. Yeah. So this is all for this video. Thank you for watching.